Hi, welcome to Cooking School. I'm Chef David Jones and I'm here in the Georgian Dining Room Kitchen at Georgian College, where I'll be working with Chef Monte Buttler from the Caledon Mountain Trout Club. And Trout Club, what else is Monte going to cook but fish? In this episode, Monte's going to be showing us different things we can do with squid or calamari. We'll be right back with Chef Monte Buttler. Hi, I'm here in the Georgian Dining Room Kitchen with Chef Monte Buttler. And Monte, you're going to show us a whole bunch of different things to do with squid or calamari.
Yeah, we're going to end up doing 3 different squid dishes. The first one's going to be a braised or baked stuffed squid. So we're going to first start off with the sauce. We've got the burner on the go here. And the sauce is called a pepperod sauce. But we're going to start off with first get the pan hot, then throw in a little bit of bacon. The bacon strips, saute that a little bit so you get a little bit color and flavor coming out.
Squid's beautiful because it's got such a neutral flavor. It's not got a strong flavor, so you can build all kinds of flavors in their sauces and the way you prepare it.
It's not very strong at all. It's kind of mild, and you can any kind of sauce flavor. You can go sweet and sour, hot, spicy, sour. Well versatile. It's like a piece of veal.
Right.
You can go chicken. You can go anywhere.
So you know if the squid, if it's got a strong smell or a strong taste, then you shouldn't be using it. It should be nice and delicate.
It should be a nice, almost a sweet fragrance.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. Almost. Starting to see how the caramelized on the bottom?
Yep.
Just starting to caramelize a bit.
Just getting a little bit of brown color on the bottom of the pan there. The bacon's starting to get a little color on it. Just be careful if you have the time. Have your heat a little bit lower on the bacon until you can start to render out that fat and then let the bacon cook in the fat.
I'm going to add a few leeks. This is a good way to use up all the leftover ends of peppers that you have. Just throw them in there too.
So we're just starting to develop
Just starting to
get
sweat,
some flavors
get the
in
flavor
there.
coming out, flavor building. Once we get that up going, we're going to add a little bit salt and pepper just to pull out the flavor. Just a touch.
Because the squid is so delicate and mild in flavor, you really need to develop flavors in your sauces. And a good way to develop flavor and to build flavor in any dish is to add some garlic. Garlic is a really nice flavor builder. Especially when you cook the garlic, it doesn't have that really strong, pungent flavor.
No, when you brown it up, the flavor changes.
It does. It gets nice and nutty.
If you get too far, you get too much of a bitter flavor coming out of it, though, so you don't want it to burn. That's why I put it in after.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Whenever you're cooking with garlic, it should go in just before you start adding your liquid ingredients because it cooks very quickly in the oil.
Yeah. I'm going to add a little bit of tomato paste. And now I just got canned diced tomatoes.
And again, with tomato's very acidic. If you add the tomato paste, let it cook out a little bit too, and that'll get rid of that sharp acidic edge from the tomato paste.
The seeds carry all the acid too, so if you wanted to be fussy about it, take all the seeds out of the tomato.
And as apprentices, we know all about taking the seeds out of tomatoes.
Yes.
Chefs get really picky about that.
Now the calamari, I've taken the tubes and we've marinated in milk with a little bit of lemon juice. The enzymes will help tenderize. And
So calamari, I mean, basically that's just one big muscle, very fibrous.
Yes.
It has a tendency to be tough, so one way you can to soften it up is by adding a little acid in there, and the milk, the lactic acid.
But I've also scored it here on this one.
Yeah, so you're cutting down the fibers.
So I've scored it to make it a little bit more tender. I'm going to rinse this off in a second, but I'll just show you a little scoring, just back and forth.
Just lightly cut through, so you're not cutting all the way through.
Try not to cut all the way through.
And that way you're just breaking up those fibers into smaller pieces, so the squid
Make sure it's cleaned. It was cleaned earlier.
Tender.
All rinsed out. So I'm just going to rinse these out, place them in this dish. While the sauce is simmering away, we're going to take one of those saute pans, throw it on the burner, and put the sauce to the side. And we got this. Get out there. Now we're going to start the stuffing that we're going to use. We're going to use a little bit of crawfish today in the stuffing and couscous. So we start off with a little bit. I like to use butter. You can use olive oil, but butter adds a little bit more of a kick to it. Some butter. Get that going up a little bit first.
So
Let's give it a quick stir around.
another benefit of putting the lemon juice and milk in with any white meat is it has an effect called blanching, which helps to keep the meat pale, very white. So if you're doing a white meat like veal, for example, or even some chicken, frog legs, anything like that where you want the meat pale, the milk will help to blanch or keep that meat nice and white when you're cooking with it.
A lot of people use it for the liver.
Right,
To,
right.
to
Yeah,
draw the
especially
blood
if you've
out.
got a nice veal liver, Pravimi liver, or even
Yeah.
a calf liver to
Helps.
sort of simulate the veal.
Helps tenderize it and also takes away from that darker color. It makes it a little bit lighter again. So we're going to add.
Now you're using shallots here, but onions could easily be replaced in the recipe.
Oh yeah, even red onions, red onions got a little bit different flavor. And in here we got 3 colors of peppers.
And again, they all taste essentially the same, so you're just adding the different colors.
The green
for
pepper is a little
color.
stronger flavor.
Right. Not quite
A
as
little bit
sweet as the other
stronger.
peppers.
I'm going to add a little bit of leek, and a little bit of diced fennel.
To give it a little
Just
licorice.
a little bit of a licorice hint. Not as much as pure no, but a little bit of licorice. And once we get this sweating a little bit, then we're going to add the mushrooms to it. But let this start sweat first. Of course, garlic. Where would you be without garlic? And just put a few sun-dried tomatoes in
Sun-dried
it.
tomatoes are really nice, very intense flavor as well. And some nice color, a bit of texture. They kind of stay
They stay a little firmer.
a little firmer
Yeah.
in the sauce, right?
Yeah.
Or in the stuffing.
These ones are dried and then packed in oil, so they're not quite as tough as just the dried ones. You would have to soak those ones to get the flavor out. You can smell it coming out now.
Oh, it's delicious. Looks great too. Lots of good color in there.
Just give it a quick toss around.
And then you're going to be adding some cooked couscous into this.
Yeah. Well, we might add a little white wine first. too,
Oh,
so give it
okay.
a little, but we'll let it sweat a little bit longer. Okay.
How could I forget the wine?
Well,
Mushrooms are going in there.
Mushrooms.
And we need to let this cook out for a little bit, so Chef is just putting a few mushrooms in there. Let those cook out a touch, bit of seasoning. He's going to put a few drops of wine in there, white wine, and then add the
salt
cooked
and pepper.
couscous. And we're just going to let that cook out just a little bit, set it aside before we stuff our squid. And we'll be doing that when we come back on Cooking School. So while you were on a break, Chef was just finishing off his stuffing for the calamari. Put in some crayfish,
Some
Little bit-
crayfish.
chopped parsley, added the cold couscous, and seasoned it up a little bit. And now he's going to stuff the squid tube and add the sauce to that to finish off in the oven.
So need a spoon to get it down in there.
These are really great containers. You're always looking for food you can sort of wrap things in if you're stuffing it. Squid tubes are
It's a
perfect
natural
for that.
tube,
It
natural
is.
casing. Yeah, natural casing.
Almost like doing that Italian, the rolled pasta, manicotti, stuff like that, cannelloni.
Yeah, or a shell, filling,
Or a
like
shell,
filling a
yeah.
shell. Same thing, same idea. But these they get an excellent flavor once you braise them. The
Now-
trick is not to overcook it.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It will just toughen up the more you cook it.
Yeah.
You used crayfish in here, but somebody could buy some crab meat, for example, or
think-
baby shrimp.
Baby shrimp. You could do scallops. You could do baby clams. You could do a mixture of anything.
Or even
Any-
just
any kind.
vegetables. You don't even need to
No,
add any extra
no.
seafood in there.
No, you don't.
If you
just-
buy the whole squid, you can chop the tentacles and everything else up and
Yeah.
add that to the mixture to stuff it back in.
just forcing it down to the end.
You want to make sure that the squid tube is well stuffed. Don't pack it too tight. You want to be the stuffing shouldn't be really dense when you're done, but it should fill all the cavities of the squid tube.
Yeah, it should fill the cavity so you don't have any air pockets, and also too, a little bit will leak out the front end as you're when it's cooking. So we got the two of them in here. I place them score side up. Just rinse my hands off. Score side up, and now we got to take our finished sauce here. We're just going to put the sauce. Pour it this way so you can see it. Camera, just sauce all over. Don't worry about having a little extra. It's going to reduce down anyway. There we go. Sauce is finished. Give it a shake. put it in the oven, and away we go.
What temperature are you cooking that at?
I'm going to cook that at about 350
Okay.
for about 15 minutes, give or take. You'll
All
have to
right.
test it just to make sure.
And the next dish you're going to be preparing, grilled squid. How is that going to work out?
Grilled squid, what I've done is, with the grilled squid is taken some squid, scored it the same way, but I've opened it right up. Open it right up so that we have the whole sheet.
So you just slit the tube all the way down the side.
All the way down, that's the tube. Now in this case, I kept some tentacles on the back. Tentacles give me a nice flavor if they're lightly cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Marinated them all in, I started off with a little bit of white balsamic vinegar, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of white wine. We started with some red peppers, some sun-dried tomatoes, some fresh herbs, some fresh thyme, fresh parsley.
Again, don't be afraid to use lots of flavor in there because you need to develop flavor in the squid.
And with the sun-dried tomatoes, I just added a little bit of the oil. It had the flavor from the sun-dried tomatoes in it.
Great. Why waste it?
Why waste it? All right.
And the acidity from the vinegar and so on in the marinade is going to help to tenderize those tentacles.
Oh yeah, it'll break the tissue down a bit. So that if you leave it in too long, it'll overcook it. So you just want to leave it in for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm going to take this little piece of thyme out. Okay, we're ready to go. We want to get this really smoking hot. So you don't want to take very long at cooking it. It's got a little bit of oil on it, so it should be fine.
If you don't score the tube when you put it on a grill like this, it'll curl right up.
Yeah.
And sometimes that looks kind of neat for effect.
It does.
But
Yeah.
if you want the grilled squid flat, you have to score it.
Well, this one here, you could roll it right up after
That's
you're done.
it. Yeah.
You see, it doesn't take very long. You see it starting to curl now.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to hit the hot spots here.
Did you put some seeded mustard in the marinade as well?
A little bit of Pommery mustard.
Yeah, you can see the
can see it
mustard
come
seeds
out.
in there. It's nice. That's going to add some really nice flavor. So in the first dish, you just use the squid tube.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, you're using the squid tube plus the heads, the tentacles.
Mm-hmm. The beak's removed. Make sure you remove the beak.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the plastic quill.
Yeah.
And you can see by scoring, not only allowing or preventing the squid tube from really getting tough, but it's adding a really interesting shape.
It's a porcupine,
nice
what
texture,
they
like
call
a
a porcupine
look.
shape.
Yeah.
So I'll add these couple to it.
Could someone do this on a barbecue?
Can do it on a barbecue. It's excellent on a barbecue.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
just get the barbecue grill really hot.
Really hot.
Yeah.
You see this one's starting to cool off a little
Yeah,
bit
but
too
when you
much
add
now.
the liquid onto it, it
Yeah.
cools right down.
It takes it right down.
Yeah.
So that's ready.
So far we've seen 2 applications for squid.
Mm-hmm.
And when we come back in the last segment, going to show us one more application for squid and put this together on some beautiful plates.
Yes, we're going to put a bed of sautéed lettuce underneath this one.
Sauteed lettuce, that sounds really interesting.
Good.
We'll see that when we come back on Cooking School. We've seen 2 different applications for the calamari, the squid. You've stuffed the tubes. Those are in the oven. They're braising in a nice tomato sauce.
Yep.
And we've also seen the grilled. You marinated the tube. You've slit it open, grilled it. Now let's see what else we can do with this squid.
It's simple fried. We've cut the tubes into rings, marinated again in milk, and I added just 1 egg to it and cracked an egg up, so if you can see it in the camera there. It's kind of a milky mixture. We're taking a little bit of flour, a little bit of cornstarch maybe, and we added a little bit of cayenne pepper to spice it up, not too much, depending on how hot you want it. A little bit of salt. So we season our flour first. Now we can give it a little bit more. They like the spice.
That's chili powder, so that's going to give you
Yep.
a
Little
fuller
bit
flavor.
Yep.
Not quite as much of a bite.
No.
If you use cayenne, be really cautious. It can be
Very,
really
very
hot.
strong, yeah. Very, very strong. Okay. Fryer's hot.
Mhm.
Now I'm going to take it out with this hand. I put some tentacles in there too, so we have a few tentacles to fry, just to give it a little more texture.
So the liquid, the milk, and the egg, that just binds the flour to it. We were talking earlier about other things. You know, I use a little Worcestershire sauce and Tabasco just to moisten it, and that helps the flour mixture to stick to
It
it.
gives it flavor as well.
This is going to give you a little bit more of a batter, I guess.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but it's not really battered because it's not that thick.
Right.
Once you get it going, I'm going to just toss it around, and then we're going to throw it in the fryer here.
Just put it right into the oil. Make sure your oil is already hot. If your oil's not hot enough, when you put your food in there, it's going to get very, very greasy. And this is so fast, by the time the calamari floats back up to the surface, it's
Try and
almost
shake off.
ready.
Shake off the excess flour.
The cornstarch in with the flour helps to give a little bit more crispness to the
Yeah.
to the breading. Just be really cautious. If you don't have a deep fryer at home that's temperature controlled, you can do this on your stovetop, but be really careful because a lot of kitchen fires start from grease that's on a stove that's unattended.
It's very dangerous. It'll spatter back if there's any water in the calamari. It'll kick back at you. And yeah,
So
easy
this is coming along. It'll only take a few seconds. And what are you going to do to go with the grilled calamari?
With the grilled calamari, we're going to take a bit. I got a stir fry pan here. And if anybody wants to know how to use up their leftovers lettuce that they don't know what to do with, you've had enough of salads for a while. Any baby mixture is okay. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. We're going to add a little bit of fine diced shallots. Just going to add that. We're going to add a little bit of garlic.
A little bit of garlic.
A little bit of garlic. Well, a little bit. My little bit's a little bit bigger than a little bit. I'm going to add some more pepper to that. Got some white balsamic vinegar here. Can I add that in a second? Just add some. Once you get the fragrance coming up from that, gonna add just a little bit of the greens. We're actually gonna wilt them.
And when you're using the mixed greens, you have all those different flavors in there, different colors in there. I mean, lettuce is great for salad. Obviously, it's
Little
great
salt.
for sandwiches, but as a cooked vegetable, it can be awesome as well.
A little pepper. A little more salt. We're just gonna fold those over. Chase those around. Getting closer to the end, you can see them starting to wilt.
Make soups as well with leftover lettuces. You can make
Yeah.
a nice lettuce soup, either as a broth, just put the lettuce in a chicken broth at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah. Even put pasta in it.
Yeah.
You can do a cream of chicken soup or cream of chicken soup with lettuce in it, or cream of lettuce soup with chicken in it.
It takes on a
Using the
really
chicken stock.
interesting and distinctive flavor. Think of it, treat it like you would a spinach pretty well.
Yeah. No. But the lettuce when it's cooked is very sweet. You want to pull up the rings?
Yep, yep.
Okay, ready to go. Now, so this one here is for the grilled. That's where we're going to put the grilled calamari. And you see how it's coming down and starting to get a little. You keep a little bit of the juices in there. That's fine because you can throw that over the calamari.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to add a drop more extra virgin olive oil.
So you're almost making a
Almost
hot
like a salad.
cooked
Yeah, hot
eh?
salad. Yeah. So put this over there. You're ready for that. You're draining that off. You've got the grilled over there somewhere.
I do, yeah.
Okay. Just squeeze it out.
Nice color.
Good to the last drop.
Beautiful color. And again, like you're saying, if the lettuce is a little bit too far gone to make
No,
a salad out of,
yeah,
then now you've got another option. Cook
That's
it
not
up.
going to hurt it at all. Okay, you got this grilled on here. Got a set of tongs.
Here, chef. Oh,
I've got a set as well. Just pile these on. your big one in the middle and put the little guys on the outside.
Beautiful color, texture, shape on there. I mean, everything we tell our students should be on a plate. We see that happening on there.
With this one, I'll put a little lemon on the side. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit vinegar over top. And a little bit of olive oil. Let's give it a shine. Okay, now you're putting that in that one. I've got a spicy Thai sauce on the side that we're just going to pour in this little cavity there. And that one is going to throw some Italian parsley or flat parsley on the side, that one. And can throw a lemon on the side of that one too.
Just remember, when you've deep fried anything, let it drain well before you serve it so it's not all greasy. You don't want anything served in a puddle of sauce. I think your braised squid should be just about ready, so we're going to pull that out.
We'll
and
take
then
a
we're going
look
to
at
sit
it.
down at a table and try it. I think it's going to be delicious.
Great.
We'll be right back on Cooking School.
Okay. Okay, there's the whole squid. If you can see the eye, the tentacles, the body, the fins, and we're just going to pull the tentacles off here. And then on the inside, there's a membrane. You'll just see the membrane down the inside. There we go. That's your bone. That's what you want to get rid of. You want to make sure there's nothing else in there. While you're doing that, then you don't need the eye, so you can remove the eye. In the center, here's the beak. And if I squeeze it hard enough, it is beak to come out. It's extremely hard. You can just pop the beak right out. Just pop the whole thing right out on the side. Then you can just take the tentacles, cut the eye off if you don't want the eye. Just take the tentacles and put them on the side. This is all membrane down in through here. We just take a little bit of salt, and you can rub the skin. The skin comes away, just peels away gently with the salt, like that, and you can peel off the fins off the back end. You can get a hold of them. Just rip the fins off, flip it over, and put a little bit more salt on. Sprinkle a little bit more on. Rub down this side. Skin rubs completely right off. Get it all off there in a second. Once you've got the skin off, there we go. You can rinse it out. Just rinse it out in a little solution, a little water. Wipe your hands off. Now we can cut some rings. We can start frying calamari.
That's amazing, Monty. I mean, you take a simple ingredient, squid, which really isn't complicated,
No?
and you've done it 3 completely different ways. Talk a little bit about what you did today.
Well, the first one, the braised one, is it gets a little bit of an acidy kick out of the tomatoes. It's kind of got a little bit sweeter. It didn't overcook it. It cooks quite easily. And I'd say that it comes out nice because it holds the moisture. And the grilled one, on a bed of lettuce, what easy way to go to get rid of some salad greens. Use them up. You've got the flavors back and forth. It's like a salad. You use it as an appetizer. This could be an entree. This could be an appetizer. This is an appetizer or bar food or pub food or even a football game.
Oh, yeah. That's quick and easy. And because of the fact that the squid is so neutral, it really lends itself well to all different flavors. But one thing that's common in all the dishes is the fact that it can be really tough. So for every application, every way you prepared the squid, you've either scored it or marinated it or sliced it so it keeps the squid nice and tender so it's not all rubbery.
Yeah. And don't overcook it.
Don't overcook it. That's the
Biggest
key.
thing with any seafood is don't overcook it.
And because of the fact we have such a broad range of flavors and spice and so on going on with the food, a nice wine that goes beautifully with spicy food, particularly seafood, is a Gewürztraminer, which is an Alsatian wine. This particular one is Paley Island from Ontario. It's got a nice spicy flavor. It really holds up well against the acidity of the tomatoes, the spiciness of the sauce going with the calamari. So I think a nice Gewürztraminer or a cold beer,
It's a good compliment.
a Corona, something like that would be very
Yeah.
nice with this. Looks great. Can't wait to get into it. Of course, we have to wait till the camera stops, so let's get the cameras to stop by saying thanks very much for watching. You can find the recipes on rogerstelevision.com. Cooking is cool. Thanks very much, Monty. It was great.
Cheers.
Good job.